very interesting as Desi Sagitas launches off the line. And Desi is always one of those animated drivers. Don't you worry about it. If the sun strike's bothering him, he will let you know.
Looking very tidy so far. Caught a little bit of that deep island down 5 Fowler Islands, but he's certainly charging around this track. Desi has looked smooth and fast all day.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at the pace that he carried into that transition from one side of the track into that sharp right-hander. Wow, at the moment, Desi Sagitas is on a flyer.
This is going to be super quick. I'll tell you what, we come around in the split. Desi's winding the big block up as he comes across the line. We've got a 40.998. This is on a blinder of a run.
Yeah, absolutely. So Desi Sagitas, Scott Munro doing the navigational duties. The Australian from Melton in Victoria took a Group A championship way back in 2009. And that's a great time, sub 60, 58.759. Quick time, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Get him behind him, people. This is Desi Sagitas all the way from Aussie. And the big block is only second ever crack in that boat. And I'll tell you what, he's just got himself on the board and right up there, 58. He's up there with the top runners.
That is amazing run, particularly while we've got some of the guys down there complaining about sunstrike, and he's not worried about it.
Here we go, Chris. What are you going to be with that?
Yeah, no, mate. No decision made yet. Still discussion, but yeah, Teddy, Desi going out there and doing that, mate. Probably undoes a little bit of the argument on Sunstrike right at this moment.
Well, you keep up with the gossip down there on the ramp there, Chris, because it's helping us up here in the commentary tower. So paints a pretty good picture at our end. So great stuff.
I'll get a word here with Desi in a second. He'll be pretty bloody happy with that one.
Hey, Chris, instead of getting a word with Desi, why don't you just get down here and have a chat to the event staff? We've got Blake Bright, Peter Cowie, Eric Oxema, Robbie McNabb, all those guys down there having a bit of a discussion. Jump in and chuck the microphone because I reckon that'll be an interesting conversation to eavesdrop on.
Mate, I was just there and probably a good place to be away from at the moment.
Fair enough.
Actually, these guys, they know what they want to sort of do. But
they're walking off, so we'll be interested to see what happens here. So, but at the end of the day,
this twin turbo has got plenty of grunt in it, but as we keep saying, he's lost a little bit of confidence, and let's hope that this confidence in the rotation is going to allow him to develop confidence in the boat as well. But you know, each and every time you have a chat to Kev at the end of a meeting, he's not worried about it. He just goes, mate, I had an absolute ball. I'll get it one day. So he's not putting overt pressure on himself, which is brilliant, because a lot of these guys and girls do put a lot of pressure on themselves, and that's when you start seeing that they have a lot of trouble. So Kev Roberts, a bit of a bank issue.
He did, mate. The digger didn't help him out too much there. He just still caught it. Oh, I see the arm go up too, so it might be still a little bit of sunstrike out there for these guys. They might battle for the next 20 minutes, Rog, but like you say, it's going to heat up. It'll keep heating up. And the track is really full of water. While we've had that break, we've actually lifted the water at least 2 inches and widened the track with that digger. So this is going to help things.
Yeah, with the sunstrike needed to take an hour off, is that something that sort of happens a lot? Is it pretty common racing?
It is towards the end of the day, and normally it's right at finals, so it can be hard. So I've just seen Kev twice now lift his hand and give us the salute, but I think it's more for the sun. He's not waving to you, KV, at all. So.
Geez, I tell you what, that was exciting, but he got through that finish line with a 1:13.263, and that is around about 14 seconds quicker than he's gone previously. So that is a really good run there for Kevin and Claire, the Foxton Flyer. So let's hope that will be enough to see them progress into the top 9.
Yeah, well, like I say, we've got a couple of interesting stories been unrolling with Blake Bryant having a bit of a mirror of a day so far. He got the monkey off his bat in the Bars Bugs machine earlier. He had a couple of DNFs, and then the big tumble 2 or 3 years ago when you were here, Rog. So he's got one on the board. And then Peter Cowie, the crowd favourite, and of course the NZ favourite, he's been having a real average day so far at the office. So anything can happen. Cool Cat Kev from Foxton might just find himself there.
So you were saying, Kev, about the pressure. You know, you try and push it. You got to keep on pushing it to keep your speed. You know, get that time down. But you know, just from a casual observer, it must be so hard to know where to go on the track.
One of the things that you find, and Leighton being, you know, a former world champion, sometimes the channels are there there and you think, right, I can get the boat in there, but that is not the right channel you want to go into. And when you repeat some of the course, like these guys are coming around, are going down the back straight 3 or 4 times, and each time is a different exit in a different channel. That is what gets people confused. So this is Teddy Seguidis out there.
Big Ted is on fire out here at the moment. This is where the bit of Sunstrike is. If he can get through that, he's good. I'll tell you what, this is a ripping lap so far. Teddy is trying to tear one off.
Actually, just to stop you there, Leighton, we've got Derek Seguidis' time up there. I'm just trying to cast my eyes down there. That is Derek Seguidis.
Looks like Derek, you're right.
So Derek had... he spat it out, parked it out, and that is all over for Desi Seguidis.
Yeah, mate, he just caught a couple of bloody waves there and caught him and flipped him around. He did well to try and recover it, actually. I thought he was going to try and flip it round, but not too much grief there. I don't know whether it was a little bit of sun and a little bit of water. He said he caught something and it spun him. Here we go.
One of the interesting things and one of the beautiful things, we've got the big screens here to have a look at the replay, but I'm wondering, and we haven't got any information from race control at this point, but I suspect that because Desi was the last boat to run in the Sunstrike, they said, would you like another crack? And of course you're going to say yes. He's just got a lot worse, so hopefully he gets the opportunity to take the time before
Here's the moment,
Sunstrike.
Mate. He catches it here, see it bobble, bang. Yep. Tries to grab a fistful of throttle, but nothing there.
Well, now that the digger's been operational on that far side of the track, it is changing how the water is going to be bouncing. It's going to change the wake. It's going to change the pressure waves. This is a whole new learning curve.
Yeah, that's definitely Desi with the lid off there. So, yeah, I thought it was Big Teddy, but no, you're right. That was a good call when you saw the old melon going around there, Cavey.
So even though they've been racing the same track all day, as you said, if it gets deeper, all of a sudden, it's like racing a completely different track.
That's right.
The water changes.
I think this is going to be very interesting now because Desi, second boat out, got caught in a crosswash that hadn't been there previously. So maybe we're giving the game away. We shouldn't be sort of explaining this because these other drivers and navigators, Rog, they do listen to Leighton and I a fair bit, you know, the gurus that we are. They go, oh, yeah, what are those guys saying? Oh, yeah, righto, that's a good tip, you know.
Yeah. I'd definitely be taking notes out the back if I was about to come on now, if I was about to be racing soon.
We might have to see what Chris might be able to catch up with Desi down the ramp when he comes in, but it'll be interesting to see what Desi's got to say about that. So we'll see what unfolds. Obviously, the rescue crew are going to drag that one back. It'll only be a couple of minutes. We'll be back into it. I'm just trying to look down and see who the next one is. I think it could be Pip Thompson.
Yeah, it should be Pip and Poppy.
Just had a bit of a chat to Kevin Roberts there before my microphone was turned on, and yeah, he said the sun's still a bit of a problem out there in a couple of spots. Found it a little challenging.
Okay, thanks, Chris. It's good. We did see him do the old salute there a couple of times, so I did wonder what was going on.
Now, Roger, you've come and joined us up here. What's on for the rest of the weekend? There's a fair bit going on in Tauranga. Have you got any other gigs floating around town, or just trying to get home and get ready for the next week's Rumble?
Look, I know you guys were devastated when Shaggy pulled out of the One Love Festival. I think that was this weekend as well, so I came here instead. I know you guys would have been at Shaggy, but he pulled the pin, so we're here. But there's lots on in Tauranga, isn't there? Grew up here, of course, went to Katikati Primary, Katikati College, so got all my family here. Shout out to Mum, brother-in-law Ryan, Denise, my sister, and daughter Grace is here watching.
So fantastic.
The whole lot of here.
I'm glad you're here instead of Shaggy, to be fair.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, that's about the only good thing he said, I reckon.
that was his one hit. I think he might have had a few others.
That's exactly it.
No, it's big weekend. Looking forward to next weekend as well. Back in Auckland, got the Foo Fighters, Mount Smart Stadium next Saturday. That's always a fantastic show. So it's going to be good. It's going to be. It's been a great summer, of course. Lots on.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, every time I come over to this great country, I just love what's going on. Was down in Wanganui last weekend for the Soapbox Derby down there. Plenty of action going on down there. Lots happening in Wanganui at the Vigi Festival, the Soapbox Derby. They've got the Birdman Rally coming up down there. And this is the one thing that New Zealand still offers that, and of course being Australian, I love the country that I come from, but we don't have that sense of community that you guys have here. Just massive events happening each and every place. You drive down the road, there's a knitting competition up the road, fishing competition down the road. There's stuff going on everywhere. Well, anyway, better concentrate on what's going on. I better concentrate on what's going on the track. Pip Thompson and Megan Brody, Pip and Poppy. This is the Link Engine Management Machine. This is the only all-girls team racing in superboats in New Zealand. And wow, they do such a good job. Now, to be fair, Pip Thompson does buy her own admittance. Oh, geez, I tell you what, I thought she was going to get it up on the big screen there. Buy her own admittance has a lot of trouble under lights. So this is going to be interesting how this is going to unfold throughout the course of this evening. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will be finishing racing around about 9:30, 10 o'clock. You don't want to go away before then because we're only just getting warmed up. And Leighton just had to step outside the tower there for a minute. Pip Thompson, as she transitioned from one side of the track into that right-hander, nearly came unstuck in a big way.
Same bit of water we're talking about earlier there, Kobe?
Yep, that's exactly
So
right.
we've got a bit of a deep water ocean going on there, so it's really going to change things. These guys are going to have to keep their wits about them.
Yeah, 108.691. Now, Roger, obviously you spent a fair bit of time behind the microphone.
Yes.
How are your backing skills, mate?
Backing trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. My dad would he'd probably write me out of his will if he saw me trying to back a trailer. He's pretty good at backing trailers. I don't know, it didn't seem to get his DNA when it came to trailer backing. Yeah, I'm pretty good pretty safe in a studio, but get me out in a car park, I'm a bit of a liability.
No worries. Insurance companies love you. Don't like you.
My wife would be the one who could back a trailer better than me. She'd probably be better on a Jetsprint boat too, actually, than me. Great to see an all-female team, of course, but you get a lot of male-female. Is it mainly the female navigators? We're talking their partners usually. That's how it works.
Yeah, look, really good family entertainment like that. But having said that, we do get female drivers with male navigators as well. Few and far between. But to be honest, what we've seen around the world over the years is the ladies tend to be less aggressive generally on the wheel. And so therefore they're smoother, they're faster, and when it comes to championships, they accrue the points throughout the. Come the end of the championship presentation, they're quite often on the podium.
Yeah, exactly. Just nice and smooth, and of course, it's going to come down to 100th of a second, probably, isn't it? To decide first, second, isn't it?
There's nothing in it normally, and to finish first you must finish. And this is the thing where the ladies are very good. They just chug away all day and generally come back right at the end, finish for the big strong finish. We've got looks like Pip's partner Dave Simmons going back on the trailer, or was that Baden Gray?
It was actually Baden Gray in the Vickers boat, the Ting Tools, the crew looking to the back of the boat. Just wondering if there was a reverse bucket issue. The big fella Gibber, the man who's recently retired out of Jetsprint, the bloke who looked like he was always getting pushed into a baby seat. But that'll be interesting to see what's going on with Baden Gray. The NZ Riverjet machine down there of Nick Berryman, of course, Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby on the trailer as well. They've got their engine going, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out next, because we've sort of gone out of order a little bit.
Looks like they look to be going down to Scotty Donald, although there is a few hands being shaken there with Baden, so maybe he has got an issue there.
Guys.
Yes, Chris.
I've got Pippa here. Pippa, all-girls crew, cruising around in the superboat, boat 20. How are you finding it out there?
I've had really good runs up till that last one. I launched it off the start line, and then it was really wobbly after that. But
I think the boys missed that up top there. I was going to comment. You hit the rev limiter, that's for sure.
I sure did. I got a bit excited. I was thinking, fourth qualifier, let's go for it, and put my foot down before I was actually on the plane. So it was a bit of humour.
Was a bit, mate, and I'm glad to see you excited.
We've had such a great time today. It's been awesome.
On you, Pippa.
Pip Thompson there, and her good mate Poppy, of course, doing the navigational duties. Pip from Hawke's Bay region, Megan Brody from that town right down south. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Pio.
Pio, right.
You gun, mate. You go, pion, pion.
Right, okay. Word association with Leighton Schreck-Manel.
We got a great crowd, and you were telling me, Leighton, as well, this is all around the world, live stream. There's messages coming in, isn't there, as well? People are sending them through, which is great.
Yeah, we've got Grunter sitting outside the window here, and he big hello to everyone around the world. Obviously, we've got Baden Gray coming up to the line at the moment, but it's amazing where this jet sprinting is going to. For a Kiwi-built sport, it is really great. Okay, another twin turbo. The big 434 twin turbo methanol-injected beast of Baden Gray.
Darren Todd, the one-eyed navigator, who is actually a world champion navigator, came into Baden Gray's team, and these guys have just absolutely gelled. A lot of experience now in this boat. Baden Gray been in the sport for nearly 20 years. Darren Todd have been in amongst it, and of course being a world champion navigator as well. And I've always been a little bit concerned about having a one-eyed navigator, but geez, Toddy does a good job.
Oh, sensational. I'll tell you what, Baden is doing a good job on this wheel here at the moment. This is looking like a great run, probably one of his best runs of the day as he whips around the big Enzed. This is the pull. This is the one that got, oh, look at that, made it look easy.
Made it look very easy. The split was a 42 and a little bit of change there. So Baden Gray got this boat beautifully set down that pressure wave, down the back part of the track, set nicely, and sub 60 seconds, 59.983.
That's what we want to see, straight into the old under minutes, 59.983. Things are holding up. Baden will be going in there very, very excited, I'd say.
That was a really, really tidy run from down here.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And of course, Darren Todd, the boat is called the Specialist, and Darren Todd likes to think himself as the downward dog specialist. I don't know what that's got to do with yoga. You know, it's sort of interesting that these guys get into yoga, but the presence of mind that these guys have, all of this psychological training does go a long way to be able to handle a boat.
Well, you guys have got your yoga mats up here in the commentary box too, which is you're spreading out on in the breaks.
The old bare feet going on up here and everything. We're feeling like we've been at the yoga class for a while. So.
And I'm developing the belly of a Buddha, so...
Scotty Donald, Wairarapa Farmer, and Nicole. Okay.
Nicole Reesby, the accountant. And, well, have a look at the way Nicole is directing Scotty there. The hand right out over the bow, making sure that Scott Donald has no doubt at all in which direction he needs to take. Quite often we see that the navigators are the ones... Oh, Scotty Donald parked it, gets it up on the rubbins, right over the side there. Yeah,
Nicole's
missed the middle channel.
She's trying to get him back. This is going to hurt them. Oh, he still missed it. No, she's going to start waving very furiously shortly.
Yeah, you can actually see she's really starting to get much more animated. Scott is going, right, I'm just mellowing out. Nicole going, right, get up there. Now you're back on track again.
The arms are going down. We've got them going the right way, but this is going to hurt him. That was looking pretty tidy up until then, guys.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? You see these guys and girls, that the navigators can be so confident in the track direction, and then the driver just has that brain fog. The navigator still knows what's going on. And this is the important part about drivers and navigators, because I dare say Scotty Donald right there would have had no hope of getting back on track again, but Nicole knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, and he's been wise enough to pull out of the gas pedal a bit too, because normally you box on with this with a bit of red mist under the visor, and it only tends to curtain. So I think it was a smart move to carry on.
And you've only got a split second as well, haven't you, to make a decision, and if it's the wrong one, that's it, race over, as we can see.
Just down here with Baden Gray, you guys, boat 434. Mate, sub 60, it was a bit of a surprise to you. You didn't know until I just told you.
Yeah, that was surprising. I didn't think it was the best run, but I tried to give it a bit of jandle where I could. But yeah, I had a first run without the sunnies, so I've been getting a lot of water on the sunnies and it's pooling on it, and then with the glare from the sun, it just makes it so hard to see. So I went bareback, no glasses, so I think that might have helped.
I think so, mate. It was a really tidy run. Well done.
Cheers.
Yeah, great work. Never heard sunglasses, no sunglasses called bareback. But anyway, Aaron Hanks and Julianne Shanks in a rusty one with the 500 cubic inch small block. These guys came out of the blocks quite comfortably in qualifying round number 1, 2 and 3. Had a few moments, and hopefully they can stitch one together in qualifying round number 4.
Yeah, looking really tidy. Obviously, Aaron being a local talent. He's made a meal of it, but he's got out of it. He's actually got out of it good time. He'd be filthy about that. That's cost him. This is where he's going to pull out and get rid of the red mist. He can cause himself more grief here.
He's just gone wrong way.
He's gone wrong way as well. So he's got the double Dutch going on. Oh, we've got the arms back down. He's back on it. So he's not going to, unfortunately, win this one. He's just going to calm the away strong. Let's see if he keeps calm.
Yeah, he seems to be getting himself discombobulated on a regular basis, which is not the way you want to go about winning a Jetsprint event.
No, here comes that rough water. Yeah, so still getting a bit of a shot. It's only some of the boats it's happening to.
Yeah, geez, he was really hard on the wheel through there. You can almost see the concentration from here.
Yeah.
Now in the run for the line, we're not going to have a lot of time. We'll have to go back to our timing people because he went through the loop about 1,000,000 times.
Tell you what I have got here, Cavey. I've got the running order for the first of the cuts, and we're going Group B. Will be Carl, the Beaver reliever. He'll be coming out first. Then Kel Manell, me lovely wife, is in there. Jake Simmons, Hayden Wilson, Daniel Reed, Buttercup Reed that is, and Paddy Hayden. So look forward to that. The first cut after these super boats, we will be going to the first cut of the limbs. And then diving to, it appears, Group A, we're going to Tim Betsy Betts, Dean Riddick, Neil Marshall, which we know has got the engine problems. So here we go, running order here. I'm reading it the wrong way around. I need to read that properly. Tony Reid, Uncle Tony Reid will be first out the gate. Scotty Andrews. Well, hang on, we'll come back to this because this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Berryman in the Enzed Riverjet, the 410 Whipple supercharged engine. And this guy, right from the first lap today, went out and went very hard indeed. Tanya Ironmonger, very experienced navigator sitting in right alongside him, had a chat with Nick Berryman last night down there at the Lakes Lodge at Lake Okatana.
Wrong way.
He's gone the wrong way. This is tragic. What is going on? Everybody's had the break. They've had a little bit of food. They've completely forgotten about what they're meant to be doing.
Yeah, he's filthy. He hasn't picked it up, and neither is Tony by the look of it. So she's trying to wave at him, but I think it's all over. Mary White League. He's completely missed the boat on this one.
Yeah, he certainly has. And, well, he's not going to get it back from here.
No.
I think they've finally had a bit of a discussion, said, where are we? And I think they've worked out they're over near the big screen. And that's pretty much it.
Got Scotty Donald here, boat 81. Scotty, hit the bank very hard over there. That was number one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, got carried away there. Yeah, no, it was a good run.
And then after that, I was interested to watch your navigator, Nicole, mate. She was fairly flapping her arms at you when you went the wrong way. She was bloody flapping.
Yeah, I was still buzzing about getting off the bank. I didn't really realise we'd gone the wrong way until quite a way around. I hear her yakking in my ear. I didn't really know where we were.
All right, mate. Well, you sort of pulled it out of the bag in the end, but better luck next time.
Thank you.
Gee, I tell you what, some of the drivers' reactions immediately after a run, Rog, always pretty funny, isn't it?
Covey, so would it be a case of his navigator being pretty angry with him after the race?
Yes.
Yeah, he went wrong?
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
particularly
always,
when the navigator's right.
Always the navigator's fault.
Oh, Rob Coley has...
Ouch.
Yeah, Rob Coley, I nearly choked on my own everything there, but he's just parked it up on the bank, and that is
Holy moly, that was Rob Coley. He just came out and gave us a hell of a spin there. So this is just warming up. Rob will be back. He won't be rattled at all by that. That's a normal occurrence. It's just an after-tea burp.
Yeah, that's it. It's a fairly benign one there for Rob Coley, isn't it? Normally, well, if you've ever had a look at Facebook or you're down at Wanganui a couple of years ago, Rob Coley sent the boat out the back of the stadium through the trees with your wife in alongside him there, Leighton.
Yeah.
Ended up 20 feet down in a creek. Lucky the creek wasn't flowing because otherwise they would have been well and truly above their neck in water. It took the digger, had to dig a platform to get the digger to get down to get the boat from the bottom of the creek. So that was pretty soft.
It was pretty soft. It was pretty spectacular. He obviously got his jandal caught on the accelerator there. We'll give him a bit of help here and just went out a bit hot.
I think someone told me about that crash, KV, just before I jumped in a few years ago. They said, oh, this is what happened to this guy, but you'll be okay. You'll be all right.
Isn't that just confidence building?
Yeah, it was great to hear. It's just what I wanted to hear.
If there had been a bit of water in the creek, he could have driven it home.
well, except for the fact that it was split from A to T, to be honest. Well, Chris Kent, of course, you've seen plenty of crashes over the years. What's your probably the favourite crash that you've seen?
Definitely the biggest one, and the one I was most surprised that people walked away from was the Blake Bryant crash last time here at Bay Park, mate. That was massive.
Yeah, that certainly turned turned that boat into a Coke can. They didn't even try to revive that one. Split it, put the pair of them in hospital, and Blake Bryant, it's his first time back since that accident on this track, and of course he's been doing fantastic in the races well, since that crash, and just can't seem to get together here tonight.
You're right. It's I'm really looking forward to see Blake's next run, which is I see him down on the ramp there. I'm really hoping. I had a quick yak with him in the tea break, and I said, "Come on, mate, you got that monkey off your back. You just need to get out there and lay down a good time. Let's hope that he, for his sake, I think it'll go well. He's certainly a spectacular driver. He just needs that confidence boost and get in there. So I think there's digging in the track and a little bit wider, a little bit more water. He'll have a crack."
So your wife is still racing, Leighton. She's still doing it, but not with you.
No, mate. She's ditched me and grabbed that wheel herself, which she's actually gone quicker than me on a couple of occasions. So, but no, she's doing really well.
It's going well.
Yeah, really well. So it's good to see, and like I say, I'm looking forward to seeing how she progresses tonight, and we'll be talking her up as the big pink machine comes out, and hopefully you ladies out there will get behind these ladies teams, and guys and girls. So it's certainly good to see they mix it up with the guys real hard at the sticky time.
There was another crash I remember really well, Cav.
Which one was that, mate?
That was the one where I had a brand new boat and put it in the water, and my B driver, second time it had gone around, and he wrecked it, totaled it.
I'll tell you, I've got to tell you guys about this. Chris Kent, he some years ago, I think it was maybe 2009, he built this magnificent looking Group A boat, brought it over from Perth to race it in the East Coast for the World Series. Had spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and his B driver took it out. And while I was talking about buying a hot dog on the back of the hill during qualifying round number 2, old Mr. Carr, I believe it was, went out, stuck it through the fence, sunk the boat. And to say that Chris hasn't got over it might be a fair statement.
No, mate, I still bloody choke every time I think of it.
Destroyed it, absolutely destroyed it. Second lap of its life.
Very easy, couple of $100,000.
Yeah. I was at that meeting. I remember seeing it. It was a big fence that went over. Here we go. Here's our man, Blake Bryant. Can he get the monkey gone?
Well, he's really going to have to pull one out here because this is the final opportunity to get into the top 9. So he has a lot of pressure on him. Kate Hoogerbrook will be trying to have calmed him down. Blake will be seeing the red mist. He'll be frustrated. He'll be annoyed. And he won't have the data that he requires in the boat either. At the moment, we are seeing a lot more of what Blake Bryant traditionally offers. However, there is a long way to go in this lap, and he will get, if he does, into the top 9 by the hair of his chinny chin chin. It will be a lucky day for Blake Bryant and Kate Hoogerbrook through the split. It's not bad with a 42.368. He's going to be in amongst it.
He is, mate. He needs to get on it here. I feel like he's not on the throttle here. He needs to line her up here to bring her in strong, but he just feel like he's not on the lead.
No, certainly he's not. We've certainly seen Blake drive a lot faster. However, this is going to be very tidy.
101.
Yeah.
Made it easy.
Yeah, didn't he? Geez, he did make it look easy, and there was so much pressure on him then, because if he failed there, that's it. On the trailer, open a can. That's no more for the night.
She was good night nurse, but I think he's revived himself there. He might have just slipped in the top 9 by the hair of his skinny chin, like you said. So this will be interesting. Blake's the sort of guy, the sort of driver that will keep creeping up, and he'll be right there at the end of the night.
Got Rob Coley in a sec, guys.
Robbie, we've just got Teddy Sagitas coming out now.
Rob Coley.
Right, so we'll jump to Chris Kent with Rob Coley just a minute after Big Ted Sagitas puts it up on the bank and more on the bank. He's trying, and he's run out of skill, traction, and everything all at the same time.
Chris, what do you got, mate?
Rob, very quick exit from the track, mate.
Oh, I just got a bit excited and a bit quick into that turn, got a little bit wide, and that was it.
Everybody I'm talking to just recently keeps saying they're getting excited.
Yeah, no, it's going to happen with you. That's all good.
No, mate, she was a fairly gentle one at the end, so back in the water and back into it next one, eh?
Yeah, hopefully. It's normally the gentle ones that do the damage, though, so hopefully everything's all right. We haven't had a look yet, but I'm sure it's fine.
All right, Rob.
Well, geez, I tell you what, Big Ted Sagitas, he got it up on the dirt, and it's either one of those things, you rock and roll it up on the dirt, and it either sucks you up onto the grass proper or spits you back into the course. That time it spat him back in, but not quite enough. So he got back into the magnetised area up there, and that was the end of it.
He was trying everything he could to get it back in. I thought he might have just about grabbed the last bit, but unfortunately for Teddy, he didn't. He'll be disappointed because he's had some good runs today, but I think both Teddy and Rob, Sir Rob the Third we're talking about there, they'll be back at the end, sticky end of the day too. They've both qualified really well so far.
Just got Blake Bryant here, mate. A ton of pressure, mate, going out there for that one, but you got there.
We did, and we didn't hit anything, so we're immensely happy with that. So,
Back in the game.
Back in the game.
see if we can build from that now. Cheers.
All right, mate, tidy run too, so I'm sure you will.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, well, geez, I tell you what, unlike Blake Bright there to just cut that short, that interview, normally doesn't mind a bit of microphone time, so he's just gone, yep, cheers, right, we've got work to do. We've got to see what the data's telling us. Of course, the first completed lap with any great speed where they can get the engine analysis to tell them what exactly is going on. Have a look at poor old Chewy out there. He's got to be the oldest member of the rescue crew at about sort of 98 years old. His DNA, we all started, his DNA has probably sort of produced most of the people around here. He's that bloody old, and he's the only one pulling the boat along.
Well, I haven't even given him a rope, which is a bit rough, but you certainly got to take your hat off to him. He looks like he's doing it a bit tough down there too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give Chewy a big round of applause. The only bloke doing any work here at the moment.
He's even done a hats off moment. Good man.
So you were saying top 9 will make it through. So what do you think the cut-off time will be? What's the time good enough to make it into top 9, do you think, tonight?
Well, I think 102, 101 is going to be it in the Superboat.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, I think we're right there. I think Blake might have just snuck in and just got him with that 101. Looking back, I think 102 or 103 is just going to knock him out the door. And then I think with group, we can go through the Group A, actually top 9, while we've got a bit of time. So top 9 running order for Group A will be Great Uncle Tony Reid, Scotty Andrews, Phil Dick, Cy Gibbon, well down, show us your crack, Novus Boat, Sean Rice, Ray Ferguson, Harry Whelans, Richard Burt and Ross Super Mario Travers. So there you go, we've got a bit of a mouthwater in Group A, Pete.
Yeah, absolutely, and Ross Travers just showing the style that he's been driving well all day in that the radioactive machine, of course the red and yellow machine, the fastest in the Group A, and well, then it comes finals time, of course. That is going to be very interesting with the Group B times. I reckon we're running around about a 106, 107 will be the time that we're going to see, but well, I'll tell you what, we've only just come back into our 4th qualifying run. We're yet to get to the finals, and we've had a lot of hold-ups because all of a sudden the sun's gone down. The engines are going to be working better, they're going to be cooler, the ignition's going to be bigger, the power is more, and it's going to take a little bit more skill than we've seen so far.
And you're thinking the time, you think we're expecting to see a time under 58 seconds tonight?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we'll go close to 50, high 56, maybe definitely a 57. So things will lighten up here.
Yeah.
This will go there's another page to go in the old book yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the good things is, well, the old saying is it's not over till the fat lady sings. The fat lady hasn't got her shoes on yet.
I'll tell you what, talking about superboats, here we go. Peter Cowie, someone that can really mix it with that 57 club, hasn't fired a shot. We saw Blake Bryant go well. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, Peter Cowie's really going to have to post a time here because he is out at a 60, so might just sneak in with the time that he's posted so far. But he wants to develop the confidence, one in the rotation, and he's also another guy that needs a lot more engine analysis into the computer system so they can determine the setup that they're going to use if they get into the top 9. Sharma Putranui keeping him on track. You can see her hand out over the dashboard. Oh, nailed it! Peter Cowie has absolutely soaked Sharma Putranui. That was managed to, how he got back into track is beyond me.
That's the Peter Cowie we not used to seeing coming out, but he certainly picked up the pace. I tell you what, he's got a bit untidy up the top there too. Still going to be a good split time. Even though he got caught up, he's done a split of 41. He's still on a sub-60 run here, believe it or not.
Yeah, this is an incredible drive. He managed to park it up on the back, the big magnet, towards the concrete wall here at ASB Bay Park. It didn't capture him, but the time is going to be sub 60, 59.218.
You got to give him a clap, guys. That was sensational. That was with grabbing 2 seconds over the back there and getting stuck on the bank. So that would have been a 57. He pulled a 59 out.
Just got Teddy Zacardis here. Mate, ran out of track up there.
Yeah, I've been trying all day. I've been having a problem with that corner. I've tried to go out wide, got stuck, then I've come in really hot and I think it just lost grip there, went in probably too fast and ended up on that edge again. So, yeah, it's been giving me trouble all day. Hopefully I can get it right in the top 9.
Mate, I'm sure you will, and you were just standing here with me, watched Pete Coe get around there with a bang off the back. Back to you guys.
Right, no worries. Dave Simmons and John Very in the blue flame. And I'll tell you what, they are going to have to get a torch to it as well. Another one of these pairing that may or may not make this very tight top 9. Oh, geez, I thought he was heading a little bit deep in there with Dave Simmons behind the wheel. His good mate John Very in there.
Right on the bubble. He's got away with it. He's got out of the corner. This is looking good. Oh, he's just done it wrong way. He needed to go up there. He's just gone the wrong way. They've got to get him back down to Fowlers. He's still got it wrong. And he hasn't twigged.
No, they have not realised it at all. So, is this going to be the end of Dave Simmons and John Very? Doesn't matter even if they correct themselves from here. They've thrown it. Absolutely thrown it.
He's just realised when he goes past this board, he's going to look and go 48 and go,
Yeah, geez, we were quick.
Yeah.
We're like 12 seconds quicker than everyone else.
He can't grab the credit on that one. So I think that may have been the last Superboat out of that top 4 qualifiers. So we'll be going to Group B next. So the top 9 for Superboat is going to be we're going to be able to rattle that off the any second now. Ruben, the rock star, just working hard on the time keyboard over here. We should be able to rattle us off before we start Group B.
Just want to jump in quickly. Got Peter Coe